geographically, the importance of this place is because it's an island. And say in the medieval times, an island had its importance because it would be difficult for armies to cross the river. So if this was made a center or a kingdom, a natural barrier would be there, say like a natural fort. So that is how Vijayanagar Empire recognized the importance of Srirangapatna. Rulers of Vijayanagar Empire, they placed their viceroy here. Their viceroy would collect all that would reach the king. They would collect it and then take it to the king. So the first Vijayanagar Empire rulers recognized the importance. Even before that, there were famous visitors to this place, including Sri Ramanujacharya. He stayed here for some time, though he stayed for more time near Melport and Tondo. He stayed here for some time. And one other famous king, Vishnuvardhana, did visit this place, and actually it is his brother Udayaditya who gave this name, Srirangapatna, to this place. Vishnuvardhana's brother. Of course, the deity, Sriranganath Swami, is here, but the name was given by Udayaditya, Vishnuvardhana's brother.
When was this?
Probably more than 1,000 years. More than 1,000 years. And once Vijayanagar people made this their important place, temple actually was built in, if I am correct, 780 or so. The initiative was taken by one Palegar who was then ruling Nagmunda. That was during Ganga period, Gangas. Later on the temple was extended, it was, main deity was there, extended over a period of time. After Vijayanagar fell, Mysore Wadiyars, who had their capital in Mysore, shifted their capital to Srirangapatna actually. That was in 1610. The king who shifted the capital was Raja Wadiyar. And after Raja Wadiyar, two more very important, famous Wadiyar kings ruled here. One is Kantiravan's Raja Wadiyar and the other Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar. Later, because their successors were not very able rulers, their army chieftains known as Dadavais took over. They themselves were not good enough. That is how Hyder came and then Tipu. Many of them were great rulers, the Wadiyars. But the fame of Srirangapatna, which is now international, was during Hyder and Tipu. After Tipu, Srirangapatna lost its significance. Capital shifted to Mysore. Now it is a place of tourist importance. Two very different characters. Hyder, as we know, was not well educated, but he was known to be a genius, particularly in warfare, and he was not a religious by no way. He actually extended the kingdom, and he was good with people of all religions, gave importance to them, and one of his greatest achievements is that he educated his son, Tipu, who was a real scholar. Tipu's importance is, personally he was a great warrior and a man with vision. Some of his social welfare schemes can't be matched even today. He had introduced prohibition in his state. Ganja was prohibited. Alcoholic drinks were prohibited. And even when he was in financial trouble after Third War, where he had to pay money, he was advised by his finance minister to remove all these prohibitions so that he could get enough money. He refuses, saying, at the cost of ruining his people, he need not rule the country. So this aspect, no, it is not matched even by the what we call forward-looking rulers of today. And many of his measures, social welfare schemes, administrative schemes, are really mind-boggling. Today, in each district, whether it is Tamil Nadu where it is called as collector or here where we call as deputy commissioner, there is in each district a revenue chief and a police chief, the superintendent of police and the collector. He had introduced this system then. He divided the whole kingdom into districts, and in each district there was a police chief and a revenue chief independent of the other, and no one would actually have the total control. And many innovative things. See, he is the man who brought innovation in sericulture. So Karnataka is known for its richness in sericulture cultivation and Mysore silk. And he actually got the technology from China, sericulture technology from China, and introduced it. One other common thing with both Hyder and Tipu is, wherever they went to other places to fight war, but wherever they would find technicians in all fields, he would recognize them, bring them here, settle them so that local people could learn from them. So these were early days of Srirangapatna, but even going back, my father recounts, for any viceroy or governor general appointed who came to India, it was a must to visit Srirangapatna, and there is a memorial, war memorial, which highlights the British victory over Tipu. But all of them gave importance to visit this memorial. That was the importance British gave to Tipu Sultan. And it is said that when they won over Tipu, they declared that now we have India with us. That was the importance given. Later, it was a dilapidated town in my younger days, slowly picking up because of economy is picking up everywhere. The riversides, bathing ghats, Sangam were far more cleaner, serene those days. It's not so now. And visiting Gumbas, of course, even though it has not been spoiled. Visiting Gumbas, the paintings there, that was a nice experience there. And town proper was basically, had retained that nostalgic ambience then. It is changing a bit. Finding its route as a tourist place of tourist importance, commercial hubs are coming up. Welcome. More people say will become prosperous. Unfortunately, it is not being planned well. So, in a few areas, we have reached a point of no return. But in at least a few areas where still things can be mended, I think we should listen to someone who can plan it better. For example, we have a bus stand where it is very difficult for, say, the buses to go in, come out. Things are very busy. I think we could have been planned better first. And few offices have come up. I think they should have found other places to build these government offices, so that where the offices exist now, that could have been a better place for tourists to come, say, settle there, and could have been a better tourist place that way. It is high time we educate the concerned persons. We have a stake here. even from our own point of view, maybe selfish point of view, we have to take care that the heritage monuments are left as it is. And modernization should not take over the heritage importance of the place. Very difficult to convince, because modernization means it is commercially attractive. So some sacrifice has to be done by the local people. They have to limit their commercial aspirations, but in the long term it will pay. Well, cooperation from the local population. I think that's the biggest challenge. Unless they are educated and they are made to realize the importance of their own place, that is the biggest challenge. Again, matter of sacrifice comes there. If what all we have been hoping for takes shape, that is, if we can change the mindset of the people at stake, citizens at stake, I think Srirangapatna remains to be an important place in the, say, history of mankind, I think.